guys, okay, it is the 27th, I think, or 28th, so we're almost done to the end of the month, and I'm not quite done with everything that I wanted to read yet. This will take me an hour and a half or so, but I'm doing this because Mitzi, but Mitzi Reads and Writes is doing, unlike Voxer, and I'm having trouble figuring out Voxer. It's learning new things, guys, learning new things. But so I do have that one that I still need to finish. Haven't even started Knife, and I don't know that I'll get to it, but I'm hoping, because Knife. Cold Light of Day, I also have not started this month. I have started it before, just got sidetracked. And so I don't know that I'll make it. But these two, I'm sure I will finish. I just started this last night. I'm only on like page 50 or something like that. But Seek and Hide by Amanda G. Stevens. So far, so good. So this book opens with this like Supreme Court case. Brief. Carmichael versus Iowa, citations omitted. And it took me a minute to realize that was fake. This book is so good. And then I started this book like 3 times in this month. This is September. That's the month we're in. Yes. Started this like 3 times, and well, last night was the 3rd time, and I had trouble getting into it the first 2 times. Last night, I was loving it, so I just must have been the wrong time to read the book. So I was almost to the DNF stage, and this is just kind of like proof. If you don't know why you're DNFing something, maybe you shouldn't DNF it. Just putting that out there. So anyway, that's where I am right now. Obviously, 4 books in 3 days is doable, but not when I have 2 books due. So I don't know if that's going to happen. We shall see. But October is weird. Okay, so I had this really intelligent, in my opinion, idea that, you know what, with the whole Anne-tober thing that Shalise and Emma from And Read Another Chapter are doing, we're doing this Anne-tober thing where we've got our little bingo board. I'll try to remember to link it, or at least link the video or link something, because linkness. So I've got a stack of books for that alone. And so I really shouldn't be adding anything more to it. But I have to say, it's really hard for me not to add those other 3 back on. Well, okay, so it's only 2. It's only 2 that won't get done in time. I want to add them in because I want to read those 2. And it was hard not to add more books to my stack of whatever, because not only do I have this Anne-tober thing going, Neville really is enjoying chewing on his toenails. Neville, hey. Neville, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your Neville-ness? Is it Neville-nosity? Oh, and of course Toothless has to have all the attention. Give me all the attention. Anyway, you know what, because I mean, that's what, 8 books right there just for that. But I'm going to be traveling in October. I have the Christmas Lights collection comes out in October, so I have to have that book finished, edited, and ready to go. And then Clock Tower Bound is supposed to release October 3rd. It's not going to. We've already decided that. I've talked with Mosaic, and we're deciding between November and December. It's going to be one of the 2. I just don't know which. But to make the book right, I realized something was missing, and I didn't realize something was missing, and all of a sudden it clicked, and I was like, uh-oh. That is a subplot that is essential to the plot. And so if I leave that out, Christian fiction loses. So I'm not going to do that. So I have to delay that a bit. So with all that, and with the travel being gone for 2 weeks, I mean, some of these I can read on Kindle or listen to on audio, but not all of them. And so I'm like, I don't think I need to add any more to it. And of course, then I added a couple more. So I have this huge stack. There's no way I'm going to read them all. So my goal now is, instead of to black out the bingo board, my goal is to just get a bingo. So that technically is either 2 or 3 books. So I absolutely can manage. I'm already like trying to decide which ones are which ones are yes and which ones are no, and what will I read first? I don't know. So, but I did add a couple others because, you know, why not, right? Because I have issues. What can I say? So, first up, without a doubt, even if I don't read a single thing for Anne-tober, this is not going to happen. But even if I didn't, I have two that I must read, in my opinion, and those are Smitten, and this one, I don't remember if these are individual stories or if it is one story written by 4 people. So we're going to look this up. Natalie, birthday wishes. Okay, so there are 4 books in here. And this thing is, anywho, 419, 421. Oh, interesting. I wonder if this still exists. SmittenVermont.com. They have a whole website associated with this. I don't know if it still exists or not because that was 2012. This is an older book. So we shall see. But this is my Chantal Reads All Day Read Your Bookshelf Challenge. This month it was, so we take last month's author name, Kim Vogel Sawyer, for A Room for Hope. And we add... the first letter of that last name, S, is the first letter of the title for Smitten. So I don't remember why I bought this book, but I saw it somewhere when I was looking for something for Because Fiction, and I decided to try it because at first I was ignoring Smitten because I'm like, subtitle Love is on the Way. I was like, But then Smitten's the name of this small town. Neville, be nice to yourself. I think he's got allergies. He's chewing on his paws. And there's nothing in them. He's just really enjoying those paws. No, Toothless, go away. So, that's a definite, absolutely reading that. Next up is The Bird in the Tree by Elizabeth Goudge for my Year of Goudge. It's book 1 of the Elliott family trilogy, which I've heard great things about. I think The Pilgrim Inn is one of the ones. And Thirsty Dog. Oh, the New York Times said it's a completely satisfying book to be read more than once. Interesting. So, matriarch Lucilla Elliott fiercely loves, prays for, and protects her family. She has dedicated herself to making her house on the English coast a welcoming refuge of comfort and beauty, and she intends for all of it to be passed on to her favorite grandson, David, who loves the home as she does. And I'm stopping there. So, an impossible choice, a lifetime of cure and nurture could vanish in a moment. Ooh. Those 2 will be read because those are my, if nothing else happens, that's what I read books. Anyway, so then we have my books for Anne-tober. And so Anne-tober, we're going to go, and I'm not going to tell you what prompt they mixed because that's on the other video. We've already done this. If you want to know, you can go over there. I will link it, all the fun stuffness. And I should do this in order of which ones I'm absolutely certain I will read. That's kind of a fun idea. Well, but I have no doubt I'm going to read Terry Blake's Harvest Rest, Driftwood Bay series. Obviously the autumn one. This is the one that comes after the one I read for summer something. Anyway, this one I've been looking forward to for a really long time. I really love her women's fiction. This is women's fiction. It's semi-romantic, but it's really light on the romance, which makes me super happy. So, Harvest Rest, that's most likely a definite. And then Carney's House Party. I don't know that I'll read Winona's Pony Cart. There's 2 books in this one. But I remember this kind of feels like it becomes a sort of a love triangle when I read the synopsis, and now I'm like, So I don't know, but I feel like if I'm going to do anything, this one is the prompt for if you like Anne, you'll like. And that is true of Emily of Deep Valley, which is connected to the Carney, but not a sequel or a prequel or any other quel. But it is kind of in the same world. So I feel like if I'm going to read anything for Anne-tober, I should read this. So this is probably a given. I may DNF it though. If by chapter 5 I am not really enjoying myself, it's going. I'm just not, I don't have time in October for this stuff. So there's that. Elias Reborn, Tales of Iron and Smoke, book 1. This is middle grade, Christian, and kind of fantastical, if you will. So I'm really looking forward to this. I don't think that's a given though. And then Hero Debut is a rom-com, which cracks me up because this is one of my top. I will read this because the main character in this one was my favorite character in Husband Auditions, and then she wrote her story. So I've been looking forward to this, and it's weird to say that about rom-com, but well, again, rom-com seems to be my thing. If I'm going to do rom, I want the com. But anyway, I love Angela Ruth Strong, period, but especially finally getting her, I can't remember her name. What is her? Gemma. And then Death in a Crocodile is first century Roman mystery. And it's hilarious. And I've already read part of it, but I'm going to start over. This one will not be DNF'd if I get to it. And it's probably in the middle of the pack. I might read this on Kindle, like while I'm traveling. So that's a definite. This one I will not be getting on Kindle. I will either read this here or not. This one is one that does terrify me a little. Check out the map. Murder Your Employer, McMaster's Guide to Homicide by Rupert Holmes. This one, I cannot imagine I'm not going to enjoy it unless there's stuff in there that I don't want to read. So this one is likely, if this one gets DNF'd, it's likely to be a permanent DNF. But I'm really hoping it's going to be wonderful and not DNFable. I feel like I'm doing this backwards. Anyway, but so definitely this is higher on the list. This is one of the highest on the list. Probably right after Carney's House. And then another prompt, this one fit The Long March Home. And World War II novel of the Pacific. And it is about 3 friends who are in the Philippines and all that happens there. It sounds amazing. Then for fantasy, I remember that much for this one. Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. This would be my first Sanderson, so this is pretty high on the list of those. Probably right after Hero Debut. Maybe even higher than Murder Your Employer. Maybe. I think it's How to Murder Your Employer. But this one sounds really good. It's one of his special novels that he wrote, kind of, or at least decided to publish during COVID. I don't know which way that was. But look at the inside. It's so pretty. It's just... There's a lot of really beautiful attention to detail in these. Even like just the chapter headers. So this is beautiful. I haven't heard as much good stuff about the other ones, so I haven't bought them. I'm hoping that I will love this so much that I will run across someone who is like me and likes what I like and says, oh, no, you need to read, insert all the great bookness here. So, but other than that, then the next one I will be doing is the one with the metal powers. Sudden blankness. I just, Whew. And then Secrets of the Chocolate House by Paula Braxton. This one was deliciously scared. I don't know. It was something about ghostiness or whatever. Because she does travel in time, and in the last book, there was interaction with a ghost. And didn't bother me. It was rather clean when it didn't have to be, when she could have taken it places, and there wasn't a lot of language. I think there were a few words, but there wasn't a lot. I can't remember on this one at all. I don't remember. But if there were words, there weren't many. There's that. But it was clean, the first one. I don't know about this one. So I'm looking forward to this one. This one, she's going 17th century, but there are still things waiting to be found, injustices needing to be put right, voices whispering to Xantha from long ago about secrets wanting to be shared. So yeah, I'm kind of eager for that. And then I forgot that I had some others. Road Trip Rescue by Becca Werble comes out on October 26th. I already have my hardbound and my paperbacks and my ebook. So I will probably be reading this one actually on ebook while I'm gone. I mean, I've read some of it already because I'm using it kind of in my Clock Tower Bound book. It's being mentioned and shared in there. So that'll definitely be a Kindle. And then I feel like this one needs to be read now. You know, October and all the spookiness and the funness. And it's funny because I'm not really into Halloween at all. Zippo. I have absolutely no interest in it. And yet here I am. 13-year-old Annabella Belinsky has never been normal, even by her psychic family standards. See, I hear psychic and I want to run. Every generation uses their abilities to help run the Ravenfall Inn, a sprawling magical B&B at the crossroads of the human world and the other world. When I saw that, to me it felt like this could be a bit Potter-esque in that these people aren't actually human. And so I'm going to give it a chance. There's a strong chance this could be DNF'd, but I do want to try it because it sounds fun. And if I'm wrong, well, oh well. We'll just pass it along to someone else who will actually enjoy it. So then there are 2 more books that I've decided I wanted to read. The first one is the next in the Clockwork Sparrow or whatever that's called series. What is this series called? This is The Mystery of the Jeweled Moth. It doesn't actually give me a series name. But it looks like we're already having physical clues on the page. So that's cool. I like the way that in this one it uses illustrations to further the story instead of to illustrate the story. It actually furthers the story, and so that's kind of cool. But this one is the honor of your company is requested at Lord Bowcastle's fancy dress ball. Wonder at the puzzling disappearance of the jeweled moth. Marvel as our heroines Sophie and Lil don cunning disguises, mingle in high society, and munch many cucumber sandwiches to solve this curious case. So it'll be the most thrilling event of the season. So Sophie and Lil, I'm excited. I definitely really enjoyed the first book. I think I should make a rule for myself that if they don't fit in this little section, then I can't have it on my TBR. And looky here, I only have 1 more, and I think it will fit. So this is The 9 Brides and Granny Height by Neil Wilson. And my friend Kathy really loved this book. I just hauled it. I actually bought this for her, but I want to read it. So I thought I should give it to her. I should read it fast so that I can give it to her. Granny Height, with her wise heart and wrinkled apple face, is the perfect embodiment of a kind, earthy, unaffected American pioneer spirit. She is a tonic. And around her central, this isn't the. If you really want to know some unforgettable characters, The 9 Brides and Granny Height is your book. It's all enchanting, and though there are tears and sorrows too, along with the love and laughter, the important thing is that through it all, there's a lively sense of life being lived as it is nowhere else on earth. Mr. Wilson tells about these men and women of the Hollow and their pursuit and capture of each other in a charming, rolling, free and easy prose. That's really all we get. It's not really telling us what it's about. It's all here: laughter, comedy, pathos, drama, in a joyous novel about the fabulous mountain folk of Cat Track Hollow. So, yeah. Also, I forgot. Oh, look at that. It just barely fits. Oh, thank you for fitting. I forgot to draw the winner of my giveaway, from my list. And so I did that last night. I think it's actually somebody. I will I'll tag her, put her, whatever, in the description. But I think we're both getting the book about the Columbia River. Whatever that one was, I'll put it here somewhere. And, but that was the one, her comment was the one that was, chosen from the number of comments. And so then, actually, I took it several times because I kept getting my comment. I'm like, I don't want that. And it was the one about using the Columbia River in, World War II? I think, maybe. Anyway, so she won. I'll be sending her a copy of that. Sorry it took so long. I just totally forgot about it. And then I was looking at something and I went, wait, I went to my list because I was like, okay, it's getting close to October and the new Harry Potter interactive book is coming out. I need to go pre-order. And as soon as I thought that, I was like, oh, that was on that list. And I showed the list and I'm supposed to draw the name. And it's like a week and a half past when I said I would do that. And I am sorry. So anyway, that's congratulations, Ashley. I'm pretty sure that's the name. I'll put the name here somewhere. And thank you for that. Also, I have to share this because this is so important. There's only a couple of days left till the end of September. There'll be a link in the description. I'll show an image here. One of my favorite, I keep talking about the Benedict Brown mysteries, the Lord Edgington. He has a free one in a Prolific Works giveaway. I don't think you have to sign up for the newsletter. I think I chose to because I'm like, hey, why not? But I'm going to say something about author newsletters in just a second. But you can get it until the end of September free. It's one he said, I'll put that video here too, but I watched an interview with him and he said that he wrote it out of order so that you don't feel like because I mean, mystery series, each one can stand alone, but you miss the progression if you do that. Well, this one, he didn't include that progression in. It's just a standalone with these characters doing this thing. And he talks about how he got the cover photo and how that worked out. That was a fun story. So that's a really fun interview. And they actually seem to have interviews with all of them, but you've only got a couple of days. If you love cozy mysteries and you read on Kindle, this is the way to go because there's a whole bunch of them free. So there's that. It'll be down there. Grab them while you can. And then author newsletters. That's what I was going to tell you about. Guys, I'm probably on over 100 author newsletter emails, which means I get a lot of author newsletter emails. I do not read every one of those newsletter emails. I read the subject lines. So authors, make those subject lines mean something to the reader. Don't make them, kind of confusing or a little vague or whatever, like, try to draw you in with not knowing anything. You don't want to do that because people like me, I roll through and I click on any one that has something in there that I feel like I need to know about now. And then if I have time after I'm done reading email, I might read another one or two if I haven't read something from someone in a while, or if I know someone's got something coming out or whatever, I'll go read those. Then I delete the rest because I'm going to get another one either next week or next month or next quarter. You don't have to read them all when they come in. You can just delete them. But if you stay on the list, you're not going to miss important news. And smart authors, which I am not one of, but I'm getting better at, smart authors make sure you know that there's important news in that subject line so that you know that this is the one to open. If you're going to open anything, open this one. Yeah. And I think I'm even going to come up with something that says majorly important. You want to open this one, some little code word or something. I'm going to do that. But I'm getting hot, and yeah. So we're going to have a wrap-up soon. I have to do that probably for Monday. I'm going to do my wrap-up for what I've read. I've actually read a lot more this month than I thought. Read a lot of ebooks, some good stuff coming on that. And then, I will probably be doing something vlogish while I'm gone because I'm going to be in Bern. So sorry guys, it's going to get a little self-promotional, not intentionally, but it's just like, it makes sense. I'm going to be in Bern where Clock Tower Bound is written. So I will probably be doing some like little vloggy things to show the town and to show where, like, I'll go into the filling station, which is the coffee shop there. And I will go, show the store that we appropriated. We actually appropriated it from like 3 years ago before they made some changes because I like that old building better. And then, the store next door where Burned Books is, that is part of the story. So I'm going to be showing a lot of we'll go over to the Limberlost, we'll walk in. So it's going to be, I'm going to have a vloggy one or two. I'll be talking with Shalise and Emma and possibly my daughter Lorna. We'll be doing that kind of stuff. But for the most part, yeah. We're just going to have fun because fun. And if they will let me, I will do a couple of clips from Emmedell's. That's not her name. Her name is Euphemia Christiana, but I call her Emmedell because reasons. Here Comes the Groom. If you've seen it, you know who I'm talking about. But she's going to be having an Anne 16th birthday party. And so if she'll let me do a few little things from that, then I'm going to do it, because why not? If she won't, I don't blame them, because they will be having other people there that aren't just family, that aren't always in videos. So, you know, let's be real and reasonable, but just putting that out there. So that's what's coming. I will see you Monday. Is it Monday? It's Monday. Yes, I will see you Monday with my wrap up. And yeah, how has your reading gone this month? Have you gone through your pile better than I have? Because I still have two books that I won't finish. I just can't. But I'm trying not to listen to anything until the beginning of the month, because I know I won't finish it in time. So I'm trying to focus on just reading those. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, I will see you later.